Welcome into the Ringerverse. This is, of course, the Ringers Nexus podcast feed for all things fandom. I'm fired up today. We are Steve, the architect, Ahlman, the builder and tinker of things. Jomi, the explainer, Adeniran. You've got questions, he's got answers. Old man Van, he of the receding, resurgent hairline, coat, baby Chuck, 24 karat closures. Together, we are known as the Midnight Boys. The Midnight Boys, we just robbed a local 7-Eleven.
I was about to say.
All black fits.
Come on now.
I'm sad nobody has some black Air Force Ones. We look like fucking ASAP Bob.
Steve didn't have you changed into the black, didn't you?
I was fucking the vibe up with a red shirt for the rest of it.
Nah, you got to take that shit off.
I was the one guy in Star Trek.
Murked out? Yeah. I'm with it.
If we robbed a 7-Eleven, who are the two people like robbing a 7-Eleven? Who's the guy washing the door? And who's driving?
I'm the driver.
Steve's driving.
I'm driving.
Wait. Well, I would say, honestly, Steve should be holding the gun because he's going to get the least amount of time.
That's true, but Steve, so we have to go to jail in this. We must go to prison.
Well, we can get away.
If I'm the driver, we ain't going to jail.
Yes, we are. Because if you're the driver, when we come out, you're going to be gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not leaving you guys. No. We committed to a robbery.
We in there robbing. We were in there robbing the 7-Eleven. Steve's like this.
Wait, if we're robbing with guns,
no. I'm Ryan Gosling.
Come on,
no jail,
guys. Come on, huh?
If we got guns on us, there's no jail for us. We getting shot.
One of us, like you guys. One of us might make it. But I tell you what, when we get out, money's like we're gonna have like $13. When we get out money, Steve's gonna be driving away, tears streaming down his eyes. I had to leave him.
No, man.
Nah. That's what happens in real life. You talking about Drive, the movie where Ryan Gosling doesn't say a word and is the perfect hero. Mm-hmm. That shit don't exist. Like
I'm looking at my watch, waiting for my time to clock in.
No, wait. I remember in Drive. Isn't there the moment where like Christina Hendricks like walks up into the place?
Her shit. No, that was. Oh no, she walks out there.
Yeah, she gets shot.
No, Oscar Isaacs gets shot.
Yeah,
gets his shit pop. Like we walking out. Drive is. I don't give a fuck. Drive crazy.
Drive's a good movie, but the trailers made it seem like it was going to be Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, no.
And then you get in there.
It's kind of just vibey.
Ryan Gosling don't talk.
So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be real. When people say that about Drive, it makes me think that you are dumb.
That's what it is, though.
Because if you went into Drive thinking that Drive was going to be Fantastic Four and then Drive disappointed you, I
didn't say it disappointed me.
Perfect movie.
I didn't say it was bad. I had a great time, but I'm saying the trailers made it like do. No, I'm like, oh shit, we better get a racing movie.
When he's driving, it is crazy though.
It's great.
It is a crazy
that opening like chase where he's like hiding under the bridge waiting for the helicopters to go by.
Going to Staples Center.
That's clean. Now that I live in LA, there are movies. Like I was watching Nightcrawler show. I'm like, yo, this not the city. I'm like, there's too much traffic.
Yeah, you can't zoom out of
no traffic in Drive.
Drive. Well, there are parts of Drive where you ever watch these movies and then see like where they're shot?
Yeah.
You can tell, right? So there are parts of Drive that are very authentic to LA, and then there are parts to where I kind of don't know where they at, because it seems as if the movie exists in like another reality almost. Reality where people don't really have a vocabulary. Because you talk about the fact that he doesn't talk in Drive. Really, nobody talks. Like there's not a lot of talking.
There's not a lot of dialogue.
Well, some people, you know what? What's his name? And his brother,
Bryan Cranston.
He talks, and then Albert Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
Craziest death. One of the craziest movie deaths I've ever seen.
Really?
Albert Brooks in Drive?
When he cuts Bryan Cranston.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be no pain. Just chill. Die. That fucked me up.
I will say also, speaking of like living in LA, where's a shot? There's a moment when I was watching Nightcrawler where it's like a white family's house gets shot up at Echo Park.
Yeah. It's a weird movie.
Wait, around that time, I guess Echo Park wasn't gentrified yet?
Probably. I guess it was.
That was like 15, 20
years?
This
was pre-SoFi.
So no, that wasn't, like, Nightcrawler was like 2013, 2015.
So that's 10, 12 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that shit was already gentrified.
Yeah. We used to tease that Harvey hated, when Nightcrawler came out. Nightcrawler might be like 2016. It
was a Netflix release.
When Nightcrawler came, it was 2014. When Nightcrawler came out, boy, Harvey hated. We used to get, because we used to say, that's you.
Yeah.
We'd be in the office.
Oh my goodness.
We'd be in the office and be like, that's you. Hey, I do want to say something real quick. Speaking of that, I do want to shout out all of my friends and colleagues at TMZ. I want to shout them out. It's TMZ's 20th anniversary, like this year.
Wow.
And what happened with the TMZ 20th anniversary party was a fucking whole soap opera. There ended up being like 2 parties.
Right.
One for the people that, like the employees, and then one that TMZ threw. And so there was this whole big deal, this whole gigantic thing about who was going to go to which parties, and everybody was talking, because nobody leaves. TMZ is like Game of Thrones. And what I mean by that is like nobody just leaves Game of Thrones, right? Nobody
you can't lead a gang, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, nobody leaves Game of Thrones. Like
blood
you,
in, blood out.
Blood in, blood out. Like blood in, blood out. Like most of the people that leave TMZ, they left under terrible circumstances. There are some people that got the, hey, I'm leaving now.
Like there's no graduation from TMZ?
Sometimes there is, but a lot of people, it's terrible when you leave there, right? And so there were people that didn't know if they should go back to the party. There were people that didn't feel comfortable, and there are people who didn't go. Like I didn't go to either party.
Did you get invited?
I got invited to one of them.
Okay.
Did you get which one?
The employees one.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, of course,
the other one,
no,
that's not happening.
No,
the other one, that's not happening.
Never.
But I will tell you this. I'm just being honest with you. Thinking about TMZ, saying this on the Midnight Boys podcast, thinking about TMZ, it was a very formative time in my life. It was an incredibly meaningful time in my life with me and all of my coworkers. And I appreciate everyone at TMZ for the opportunity, and that includes Harvey and Charles.
Sure.
Even though the shit that happened at the end was unfair and they scapegoated the black man, all of that shit, I still have to always give it up for the people who got my career started.
Oh, yeah.
That's just the way that it goes.
That's real.
I will say though,
Hello, Ringiverse fans. I regret to inform you that due to the initiation of Deep Shadow Protocol, this bit had to be edited out of the pod. I know, I'm just as disappointed as you are. Thanks as always for listening, and the Midnight Boys, pew pew, we'll get back to you shortly.
Y'all going crazy now. We're on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, share. You can watch every Midnight Boys and every House of Art episode on, I'm sorry I brought it up, youtube.com/@Ringiverse, and also on Spotify. I already did it. Follow us on socials, Insta, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. Save Jomi's job. On Monday, Button Mash gives you their 2025 Game of the Year draft. On Sunday, House of Arts covering Interview with the Vampire and Avatar Fire and Ash. It's disrespectful. On New Year's Eve, I got a bone to pick with the House of Art about that episode.
why?
What episode?
They're covering Interview with the Vampire and Avatar Fire and Ash. Those are two things that deserve their own episodes. Interview with the Vampire, perfect television
Wait, why
show.
aren't we doing an Interview with a Vampire?
We should do it.
Streets are calling for us
I
to
actually
check
haven't
out.
watched the second season, but the first season was fucking dope.
Second season's
Wait,
great.
is the new season where Lestat be a rock star now?
Yeah.
Rockstar.
Yeah.
Lestat.
And then he got his own show where he's a rock star.
Wow.
The Vampire Lestat.
I
That's
think
coming out. That's coming out soon in 26.
Am I tripping, or is the Vampire Lestat the third season of Interview with the Vampire?
So no, they're not like discontinuing Interview with the Vampire, but it's more so a spin-off show for Lestat.
So Louis is not in it. Well, Louis wouldn't be in it.
No.
Oh, well, okay. Well, interesting. Well, I guess they'll do that. I am unaware of this.
It was a big thing at Comic-Con that came out. Like there's a spin-off for Lestat.
So then hold on for a second. The Vampire Lestat, does that come after the third season of Interview with the Vampire or before?
I don't know the official word on season 3 of Interview with the Vampire.
Because the Vampire Lestat also takes place way in the future.
Yes.
Like, well, not the years and years in the future. He becomes a rock star,
Mhm.
I think, sometime after his situation with Louis and all of that stuff like that. Interesting. We'll
I'm trying to
figure
find the
this out.
timeline. Sorry.
We'll figure this out. On New Year's Eve, the Midnight Boys return with our yearly tradition, Midnight Mulligans. I don't know if there's going to be as much variation from me this year as there was.
It's a hot year.
I'm fucking the whole game up because honestly, the town got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They thought that they could buy Big Chuck. I've cooled down.
Also, this is when Chuck cashes in the refund
Yeah,
for
you
all
know
of his
what I'm
bought
saying?
opinions.
The town thought they could buy you, but now you back.
I'm
you
gonna
off the
be
chain.
honest. We already know with everything going on with Warner, who gonna buy who and who. A lot of the checks ain't clearing like they used to.
I don't know. The
So
Saudis
you
are
getting
looking
the
to buy
honest
Warner
Coke
Brothers.
baby back.
Let's before we get to Avatar Fire and Ash, let's get a midnight endorsement segment, right?
Okay.
who do the Midnight Boys want to buy Warner Brothers? The two big players are Skydance, Larry Ellison, and basically Paramount and all that stuff.
All right.
The other big player is Netflix.
Okay.
So I got to go with MAGA or the people, the company that's destroying the theatrical business.
Well, okay, so these are your choices now.
Well, actually, there's also the Saudis are looking to buy Warner Brothers. That's the third.
Oh,
great. Awesome.
All right.
wow.
Oil money. You know,
I mean, here's the thing: the checks will definitely clear.
Jesus Christ.
Oil money, that's the least of their concerns, man.
You gotta, I can't say that.
Shout out to Riyadh, though.
Jesus. Come on, man.
Shit, y'all better shout them out. Y'all never know. You
Wake up, check your Bank of America. Oh, it's a couple million.
Hey, look, can I say something about the Saudi Arabia thing? This is my Wait.
No, you cannot say something about the Saudi Arabia thing.
Nothing is ever good to be like, hey, yo, can I say something about Saudi Arabia thing?
Real quick, while I got you here.
No, but what I'm saying is I understand it and I agree.
What specifically?
But I agree that it is probably a mistake to turn over so much entertainment equity to a regime like MBS that doesn't prioritize human rights and have murdered journalists and all of that stuff like that. What I'm saying and have already said is we already have done it. We done it. We didn't watch the boxing. And the boxing is in Riyadh. They've already it's
like sports watching.
They've done it. They've sports watched it all the way. We didn't already done it. The question is, like, what can we not deal with? That's the thing. It was like boxing was cool. All of this was cool. Stand-up comedy. Everybody was like, "That's a bridge."
So you say
too
there's
far.
like hypocrisy for where we draw
I'm not
the
saying
line
that there's
here.
a hypocrisy. I'm asking what's the line, and I think that it's okay to talk about this and acknowledge that some of it has already kind of happened.
Well, don't you think, like, societally, people think, I'm not saying this is the reality, but because boxing is such an aggressive sport, we do not hold boxers to the same standard that we do. We think comedians are just like speaking truth to power, telling us what we don't want, all that shit.
That's a fantastic point.
You know what
boxing is already looked at as kind of a dirty game.
You're not looking for inspirational quotes from the people that get hit in the head.
The guys are getting. Come on, man.
What?
That was race.
What do you mean it was race? When did I say race about that?
That was race.
How was that race?
That's one charge of race against you.
What did I do?
You just said we're not looking for inspirational quotes from people that's getting hit in the head. That's race. Come on.
Muhammad Ali was out there
Muhammad
cooking,
Ali,
man.
that's race.
That's bad.
Come on, Steve.
Bro.
You've never been
I'm not
inspired by
that
Floyd Mayweather.
If Conor McGregor, if I ask Conor McGregor what his opinions are on the middle of
I love how you
not a boxer, by the way.
But I love
definitely not when he hit with Floyd.
He boxed. He boxed.
He did. I mean,
he's a boxer. He's also a
boxer.
Mixed martial arts. But you went to him straight up to try to whitewash what you just said.
So there aren't white boxers?
There are some.
There aren't problematic white boxers?
There are some. What you just did was race. And I need you to admit it. Or else you're
just
not on the
sorry.
George Floyd team.
As a white man, why can't you apologize?
I can definitely apologize.
You can never apologize.
You know what? We'll let the audience decide.
Okay.
Was that race?
Was that race?
What was that
was
race?
Was it race? New segment. Was it race?
New segment. Was that race? But, okay.
That's going to be this whole episode.
Was it race?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. The verdict already, yes.
But we'll come back. Okay, so then we're voting then. We have to get back to it. So we're voting. We got Saudi Arabia.
We covered it all today.
Skydance and Netflix.
Last is Netflix.
Okay, Netflix
over
is
Saudi
first.
Arabia.
Hey, Netflix is first with me. Y'all, shout out to Netflix. As a matter of fact, if you want to watch Two Distant Strangers.
If I'm going to be real, I don't care who it is, but I do think, like, I know Skydance with the whole MAGA shit, but I'm like, if we being real, you've said this for years, all these execs be thinking the same shit. Like, it's like, come on. They just better at hiding it. At least Skydance be like, hey, y'all know what it is. We gave Barry Weiss a check. Come on. Like,
that's the thing. Like, I had to go watch Wake Up Dead Man in theaters, and I had to go to like Alamo, and it's like, my steak is too juicy, my lobster's too buttery, yada yada yada. But like, that's a movie that should be enjoyed in theaters for like weeks, and everybody should be able to enjoy it. Yep. Netflix buys Warner Brothers, brother. We gonna see Batman Part 2 on Netflix in 2 weeks after.
They wouldn't be able to do that though. My hope is that Netflix were to buy Warner Brothers, and then that would have Netflix do what I thought that they should have done a long time ago, was actually get deeply into being an exhibitor. Like, it should be the Netflix ArcLight, right?
Right. I think that's already going to happen, where I wouldn't be surprised if after the success of K-pop Demon Hunters, they rushed that into theaters for like, what, a week or two?
They
made
did.
a bunch of money. I think they're probably like, hey, we done killed the rest of these studios. Let's take over the movie theaters. Like,
but they're not, it seems to me, and again, I'm not like this is not the town, but like it seems to me that Netflix is not at all interested in theaters.
I think they're starting to
they
get
buy
into
the
it.
Egyptian, they get these little like pockets of things so they can qualify for Oscars.
This is what I would say. I agree, and this would be great to have Matt on. You're right. I agree, except for the fact that they're flirting with buying Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
If they're flirting with buying Warner Brothers, there are certain things. If Netflix thinks that we're going to watch Superman Man of Tomorrow
at home,
like at home, they're tripping.
Yeah.
Either we going to watch it after we had already seen it in the movies, or we're not looking at that bitch.
Right.
Mhm.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So I think that there are some things like Dune would be a part of this, right?
Yeah.
And so if Netflix had Dune
3 straight to Netflix.
Dune 3 straight, we're
It's
not doing
but
it.
I'm also wondering, like, do they see something like Sinners, where it's like, Sinners would never have become what it was on Netflix. And I do think they're smart enough to be like, actually, there's a bunch of the movies that we have that we could make a lot of money. And like, they're already at this point, like, what are they doing with fucking Greta Gerwig? She had to fight to get the new Narnia movie.
But she had to fight.
But Del Toro had to fight for his thing to get in theaters. He had to fight tooth and nail to get his Frankenstein to be guaranteed a physical release.
Yeah, but I just think if they buy Warner's, they're going to be like, hey, yo, all those directors, you get theaters.
I don't
the
trust
cynic in
these
me.
guys,
Yeah,
man. I don't trust.
Maybe you guys are right. So then start bench cut. So if start bench cut, which we do on Ringer Tailgate.
Hey.
So you can watch here. So then I would start Netflix.
Yes.
The next one is tough.
Please, this is gonna sound. I can't because they gonna cancel me when I say this. I think I might go Skydance.
I might. Oh, you starting Skydance?
No, I'm starting Netflix. Skydance.
I might have to put Skydance on the bench too.
Bench Skydance.
And then
I cut the
Saudis.
Start Skydance and bench Netflix.
I do not. Here's the thing. I don't fuck with the politics, but if you don't think these execs at all these other companies think the same exact way.
I mean, yeah, we're splitting here.
Go look up donation. Go look up donation.
I just want y'all to. I want to say something. Y'all starting Skydance, right? You starting Skydance. When Skydance hits up the latest show written by Taylor Sheridan, David Duke and American Legacy. David Duke and American Legacy. When that joint comes out, just watch that.
And then you got to watch the prequel, 1861.
The way it should have
gone. Starring Tom Hanks.
The Song of the South remake. Yes.
Anyway, all bad. I don't know how we got there. On today's show, the Midnight Boys are giving you the instant reactions to Avatar: Fire and Ash. Should be an interesting show. We saw this movie all together on the on the Disney lot.
Not only all together, Sean was there.
Mal was there.
Yeah.
Kai was there.
Also, you got to stop, Vid. We got into a whole extended conversation.
Oh my God.
with Amanda about her children's.
Oh no.
Oh, Amanda,
you don't remember?
Amanda,
I was not privy to this. I was not privy to this.
So here's the thing is that Amanda, y'all don't understand. People don't understand Dob, man.
Southern royalty.
Dob is up for the talk. Like Dob, she that's why I like her. She brings herself to the talk. She's like having a conversation. She tells me the name. I'm like, interesting name. And then we had a conversation. Dob is there for the talk.
And then you told us about your friend who was like, hey, yo, Van, let me tell you something. My family owns slaves.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What?
With his dad, right?
This is post credits. So
we already got that.
Okay. So I had a friend one time.
Okay.
He used to work with me. And he's like, Van, I want to talk to you about something. And I was like, okay. Let's talk about it.
Right.
And he was like, we have this stuff in our family and we keep this. We have like documents and stuff in our family. And we keep documents. They have like historical heirlooms and all of this stuff. So they have like the deed to the general store that they own.
From like
their families from
1850 or
Mississippi.
whatever?
Yeah, they have like all kinds of, and their father keeps it. Just all different types of stuff. The immigration papers from these people and all different type of shit that they have. He's like, one thing that when I was looking through this, that's in there is some slave documents, ownership documents for slaves. And he goes, I confront my father over this. And my father goes, it's a part of the family history. It's a part. All of this is a part of the family history. This is all a part of your family and all of that stuff. And he goes, I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know how
was
to
he in
feel.
tears? Like, what was the
When he was talking to me about
Yeah.
it, he was incredibly distressed.
Okay.
Like super duper
Sure.
distressed.
This was news to him that his family owned slaves.
Well, he's not from Mississippi.
Okay.
He's from wherever he's from, and his people are from there.
Right.
And when his dad was showing him all of this stuff, he was telling me that his father had kept it. What does it mean that my dad kept it? And he was like, I remember he was looking at me. I was like, the fuck you want me to say?
Yeah, that's the.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought you
do
of all
you
people
want
would
like
fuck
a
with him. He's
blessing?
like,
I'm about to say,
I
I
think you
forgive
might
you.
need to get on IG Live and really address this situation. Get an apology out
That's
there.
not a.
there was no IG Live at this time, or else I would have done that. I just went. I mean, look, your dad gave you his explanation. I mean, it kind of is what it is.
You didn't ask your friend to be like, hey, if we're gonna be friends, reparations.
Yeah.
I'm never buying drinks in your company again. You always getting the check. Like I can't.
I need $20 right now.
His penance, and this is what people don't understand about me. His penance was jokes. It was jokes. It was non-stop me bringing it up, which
Right.
I don't think he would have done had he known who I really was.
I never would tell yo that shit.
Batman
bringing it
couldn't
up.
have beaten that out of me. Like,
Non-stop bringing it up.
Do we think Steve's family owns slaves?
Definitely.
have I not said what?
What
Like
was your-
I don't know this. I don't know this, but I know that my family owned land in Baton Rouge.
Oh, well, they're slave owners, and that's
I don't have documents. I don't have proof.
What would be funny? What would be funny is if I'm not. It wouldn't be funny.
If you went all the way back,
And like
It'll-
Steve, yeah.
Are you gonna bring like a Finding Your Roots episode for me, where like you got to bring the?
Yo, we should
next
actually do a Finding Your Roots episode for them.
Well, shit, I already did my shit.
You did?
Yeah, I found a lot of shit. I told you guys this.
Yeah.
I felt like the old Miss thing and all that shit.
We have to get to Avatar. We've been
Right,
talking
at
for
some
a
point.
half
All
hour.
right, spoiler warning, go.
We're getting ready to talk about Avatar Fire and Ash. You're listening to a reaction podcast. The spoilers are coming.
All right, let's get into it, Chuck. Midnight Manifest, Avatar, Fire and Ash. Let's see how much time you spend on this.
Jesus Christ.
All right, this is your Midnight Manifest for Avatar Fire and Ash, directed by James Cameron, screenplay by Cameron, Rick Jaffa, and Amanda Silver, starring Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, Sigourney Weaver, Stephen Lang, and Kate Winslet. A year after the events of Avatar Way of Water, Spider has settled back into his life as an extended part of the Sully clan, but everyone isn't happy. Neytiri is still grieving the death of her eldest son, while her husband Jake ignores his grief as he prepares for war with the humans and Quaritch. Jake and Neytiri's son, Loak, is struggling to find his way in the world, especially after his whale brother Payakan is kicked out of his pod for trying to defend his species from the humans. Meanwhile, Jake and Neytiri's daughter Kiri is flexing her messiah powers and connections with the Pandoran god, Eywa. These powers help save a dying spider and give him a magic blonde dreadlock thing. The Sully's world comes crashing down after Quaritch teams up with Varang and the Ash people. The Ash people are a clan of Na'vi who revoked the ways of Eywa after their forest was burned to the ground. Jake, Neytiri, and the other tribes of Na'vi team up once it becomes clear that the humans and Ash people are hell-bent on killing the space whales and taking over Pandora. And that has been your very abbreviated Midnight Manifest for a 3.5 hour movie. All right, now I have to start this. I'm going to ask you what you think, Van, but I need us all to promise one thing. No capping. Because, Van, I can already sense it from you, and I've been sensing it for days.
What you mean?
I need you to give your honest opinion. Because I sat next to you in this theater. I sat next to you in
For 3.5 hours.
That's
What did you
317.
think?
It's not 3.5. It's 317. Let's.
All right.
We already lying.
Let me tell
So
you.
this is how I felt. Fucking banger.
All right, Nick. All right.
Come on, cook.
Please stop the cap.
Fucking,
Please stop the cap.
fucking
Cook,
banger.
Steven.
Now let me tell you what's inside of this.
Okay.
Let me tell you what's inside of this. Avatar, fucking banger. All right, but let me tell you what's inside of this. First of all, I want people to remember how you watch an Avatar movie. I'm going to give people a little tutorial, a little primer on how you watch an Avatar
All of the
movie.
best movies have tutorials.
You sit down and then you have to remember that you are on a world with blue people talking, whales, and a lot of weird shit.
And space babies.
Space babies.
Space baby.
That takes probably about 20 minutes. Legitimately. It probably
Of
takes
onboarding.
about 20 minutes. Another reason why these movies are so long. It takes about 20 minutes for you to remember that the world that you're inside of is absurd. Come on, it's absurd.
Yeah.
It's absurd. Now, when you're watching Star Wars, it doesn't take that. Do you know why? It's also another absurd world, but you're looking at human people.
Yeah.
So because you're looking at human people, you sit back down, oh, human face, I connect. With Avatar, you're looking at aliens, and so their emotion has to grab you, and that takes a second. It takes a father talking to a son, or a daughter talking to a mother, a daughter who is a reincarnated version of
Sigourney.
somebody who lived in the first movie,
Right.
who also has special powers
Pandora
gifted to
Jesus,
her
if you will.
from a space god. Okay, all of that stuff. But once you fall into the movie, once you do, the emotions of the movie take over. The visuals of the movie.
Then
the movie
I agree
is
with you, but there was a
emotionally
moment where the fire chieftain, her name's Ray, whatever,
Mhm.
she goes and she takes the gun. She goes, ah!
Okay,
You
so-
turn back to Sean and Amanda. You go, they can't do that.
Okay, so this is
That's
what I
race.
would-
That's
this-
race.
This is what I. That's race.
That's
That is
race.
That's right.
That's
That's
right.
race. New segment, that is
once
race.
again, this is what I'll say about Avatar in continuing. These movies aren't perfect. And when I say not, the only thing perfect about the movie is the technology. When I tell you that the ability to have these characters who are wearing this digital makeup, as Big Jim puts it,
Mhm.
the ability to have them actually perform real emotion and you feel it from a character that's like wearing this gigantic digital suit is really incredible. It's just incredible. It's incredible to watch, to feel for the Na'vi, to feel for people that are not humanoid. And it makes you wonder how anybody ever fucks up CGI ever. There's not one poor CGI shot in this movie. Not one. And it makes you wonder why no one else puts that level. I mean, the movie takes a long time to produce. All right, now back to what I was saying before. The movie is made, and these movies have always been somewhat problematic. They've always been somewhat problematic. The movie is about essentially going nativists. It's about the how a white human savior has to come into this place and show these people how to fight. The movie repeats a lot of tropes that have existed in film and cinema for a long time. These are the tropes that we've always lived with. With this movie, there's the Ash people. These people represent a sort of brutal Comanche, Apache, Native American sort of archetype and really stereotype about a people who are bloodthirsty, war hungry, don't have any dimensions to them, whatever.
Their leader, a woman, is like, oh my God, gun. I want to fuck Quarch now.
But even that though,
We will get to that.
Even that though, give me the gun. Like coming over, seeing what people are using and being obsessed with the gun. So trading guns and working with the sort of occupying force to get guns or to get
colonizer, yeah.
alcohol or all of that stuff like that, the colonizing force. All of that is a surface level, really retelling of history that to me is dehumanizing to Native people. It is the archetype of the bloodthirsty Apache that is in the movie, the bloodthirsty Comanche that's in the movie, killing everybody, while these brave, intrepid, settling people have to figure out how to live with them. It completely, wipes away legacies or stories like the Pequot Massacre and all of these things that went on that show just how Native people in all of these lands were pushed to fight against the people that were trying to sell their land.
Yep.
Having said that, all of that's true. There is an element to this that I would love to have a Native person on the podcast to talk about.
Yeah, indigenous person, yeah.
And like an indigenous person on the podcast to talk about, because there's certainly parts in the indigenous world where they warred. Certainly parts in the indigenous world where they fought. Every group of people everywhere did some fighting. So what I would like to know is how responsible is it to depict the Ash people as wanting to fight a different tribe of their own kind, this being the Na'vi or whatever the name of the tribe is or whatever. How responsible it is to depict this sort of tribal warfare with a group of people that are definitely based on Native American. They're screaming Native American war. They're dancing like it.
Dancing around the
whole
fire.
thing, the entire deal.
To your point, this is a movie that is almost honoring the tropes of old Western movies. It cannot help it.
Trying to reintroduce them.
Yes.
In ways.
This felt like a Western.
Right. And so I would want to know, and I think it's a responsible show to do if we have some time, to bring on, after people have seen the movie, to bring on, because I think there's going to be some blowback, and just talk about how is that fair? Is it a fair depiction? Is it a fair thing to do to show native warring tribes that are seemingly based off of indigenous tribes here in North America?
So my question to that is, I have a lot of time for the Avatar films, the first two, even Way of Water. I'm like, this is beautiful. And I think part of growing up, Black person of color is in most of these movies, whether
Black person of color?
I was saying if you grow up Black or a person of color.
I was about to say, I would love to meet the Black people of color.
But if you think about Eddie,
the extra Black niggas, who is that?
If you think of any sci-fi movie, though,
Jesus Christ. Come on, man.
If you think of any sci-fi movie, whether it's Star Wars, whether it's Dune, there is a moment where you have to be like, that's a little. But because of the technology, because of the fantasy elements of it, like, you kind of brush past and you let this world kind of wash over you. And I think the first two Avatar movies did that well. I think this one was a little bit like, you got too much dip on your chip, white boy. And what I mean by that is, this movie is almost suffers from being like uncreative in a lot of elements, where I'm like, if you are going to build an entire world that is so well thought out, to your point, so beautiful, from the ecosystem to the trees to like where the Na'vi are living, and then you get to the Ash people and you're just like, yo, we are going to, maybe honor is the wrong word, but we are going to use so many touch points that are based in very racist depictions of indigenous people. I'm like, the Ash people could have been anything. Why do they sound like racist fucking Hollywood movies of the 1950s? You know what I'm saying? I'm just
I'll tell you something else about the Ash people. The movie's 3 hours and 17 minutes long, right?
Yes.
When you watch the film, the Ash people are the way that they are, as it's stated in the film, because they are cut off from Arawa, who is Awa, who is the god.
And
right?
their forest had burned down, and they prayed to Awa. Awa didn't come.
Awa didn't help. And so they are now they now live like right next to, I guess, the volcano and all of that stuff. And they're raiders. Yeah. They raid and they take, nothing grows where they are, right? They're essentially, who are the people like the Ironborn from
Game of Thrones?
We don't sow, we don't grow.
Oh, right.
Like we take from you, right?
Yeah.
We just take from you. Humanizing them would have been showing that, right? And it would have been important to show that, because then you'd have had some understanding of the profound tragedy that created their way of life.
Yeah.
When you don't show it and you cast them as brutal savages, you make this group of people that are acting like the Native Americans that were portrayed in American Westerns all the way up to a certain point, you're making them easy to kill.
Yes.
And you're playing on something that is, in my opinion, incepted into the American psyche, which is those Native people that existed on this land before anybody else got there, that they were easy to kill, that they should have been killed, that in order for us to sit here and do what we're doing, that they had to have been killed.
They were lesser, and they aren't using this land right. We need to teach them manifest destiny, all this. And my thing is, to me, Way of Water, not a perfect movie. I think Way of Water did it better, where that movie is about like Sully and Jake and Natiri and their family coming to this new clan, meeting these people, and like that family realizing like, oh, we're connected to this land. We're connected. You got Payakan, you got the space whales, you have them connecting to like Awa and everything. And to your point, it just felt like the Ash people were they kind of felt like video game characters.
Well, remember now, the Ash people didn't want to grab the guns so that they can run night raids on the humans. That's not what they wanted to do.
Yes.
They didn't want to grab the guns so that they can go into the human city where there's like a full fucking oil refinery or like
they raiding the other Na'vi.
They're raiding the other Na'vi. So it's not like they were and once again, I'm not gonna get into the whole history of indigenous people because some of that they got their guns, some of that. But what I'm saying is, because of that, because they wanted to specifically kill and dominate their own and use the invading human alien force to do that, they are less than alive. They are the worst thing you could possibly be. They are skying up with the. Think about what you would think if the aliens invade and then Jomi goes with the aliens, which would probably happen. Jomi goes with the
definitely
aliens.
would go with the
Jomi
aliens.
going with
Why
the
would I
aliens.
go with the
man.
aliens?
Jomi going with the aliens. You're going with the aliens.
Why
It's
would
fine.
I go with the aliens?
Like Jomi goes with the aliens. So that part of the
Wearing the
movie,
exosuit?
we told ourselves that we would dedicate something to that. That part of the movie is certainly off-putting. Certainly off-putting.
Uh-huh.
But let me tell y'all
Give
something.
us the thunder.
Give me the. I must like
the
show me
thunder.
how to point. But let
The
me tell
thing
y'all
is,
something.
the worst part, like not to cut you off, but you mentioned like them trying to humanize the Ash people. There is a scene where Una Chaplin plays the main Ash lady.
Wrong?
Yeah.
Right.
And she's trying to talk to Court. She's like, yeah, Awa, like they burned the whole thing. Awa didn't come. That's why we do this. But it's, I think, the worst scene in the movie because he's like tripping, and it's just not. It's not.
Oh, wait,
done.
when she gives him the
Yeah.
cocaine.
That's
It's just not like they try
That
to do
was
it, but
lit.
it's
Can
not.
I, can I say that's
not done
actually
well.
that is actually my most enjoyable part of that entire movie.
Yeah, I bet it was.
I did pop an edible before, and when that shit started happening, I'm like,
Nah, what the fuck is going on?
I was like, yo, am I watching the same fucking movie?
But I'll tell y'all, all of this stuff, these critiques of Avatar, like a remake of Fern Gully, sort of
Pocahontas, all that.
white savior identity stuff, it's always been there.
Yeah.
But you know what centers the movie? What centers the movie, and you guys, man, everybody out there making films, and everybody's trying to, tell stories in a really dynamic and creative way, and everybody's got such great ideas. I see stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I watched this whole video I told you guys about how Taylor Sheridan, who I made fun of earlier, but is a fantastic writer, how he subverted the regular protagonist role in Sicario, how he told Sicario, how he tricked the audience, made us think that Emily Blunt was the protagonist of Sicario. The whole time it was Benicio del Toro.
Right. Yeah.
And we only learned that in the last, 30 minutes of the movie, 30, 40 minutes of the movie. Brilliant way to do it. But Avatar makes no bones about the fact that this is a movie about a family.
This is a family vacation movie.
It's a movie about a family. It's a movie about trauma that happens in a family that came together through these extraordinary circumstances and doesn't quite know how to exist in the world that it's in. They are Na'vi, but then the kids are hybrids. The son is a hero, but yet he's also somewhat
Got his brother killed.
Got his brother killed. Every single character has real, actual, relatable human trauma and wants, and that gets you to the end of the movie.
Wait, but can I ask you this? Because there are a couple moments in this movie, I don't disagree with you. I think the thing that James Cameron is actually very good at is that he comes from an old school mentality of filmmaking where he's just like, you need to believe, even if they're aliens, you need to believe these characters and believe these journeys. Now, it gets goofy. When Loak almost blows his brains out, I was
That
like,
was crazy.
oh, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, what the
yo.
fuck is happening right
But
now?
but it's I'm locked in. Like
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was like-
want him to do that.
That's a meaningful scene.
Yeah.
That's like
I was surprised, like, oh.
it's a meaningful scene. Like the Sullys are looking at him. No, you're talking about the son that time.
Yeah.
I'm talking about two different scenes. So there are two different scenes in the movie I'm talking about. When he was about to kill himself, I thought for a sec I was freaking out.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna. I was like, yo,
Are they really gonna do that?
I was freaking out. But his purpose in the film was very clear.
yes,
And it was to regain the love and trust of his family after this thing had happened with his brother. And seeing his brother, like in the hereafter at the beginning, where his brother doesn't seem at all sad, makes it worse.
Yeah.
It makes it worse that his brother is somewhere and they're still playing. They still have the same type of relationship. And because my daddy used to always say, he'd be like, well, I'm gone. Like, my pain is over. He'd be like, when I'm going, he said, don't worry about it. Like, when I'm gone, don't even worry about me. Like, my pain is over. He's like, it will be your pain that you will have to deal with. That pain will be real. My pain will be between me and Jesus. And like when you see that scene, it's like, shit, he's bringing all of this back into the real world with him. His brother is actually free. In a way, energetically, his brother is telling me, you don't have to be sad.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, how did I die and all that stuff? But you don't have to be sad. But he still is. And then by the time you get to the scene where Spider, who...
Sure.
Spider became Austin Reeves in this movie. They gave him all the playtime.
He was
Spider's. This could be called Spider and the Blue People.
Wait, I'm gonna be honest. When they were just like, "Hey, yo, look at this shit," and they picked up his nasty blonde dreads,
and he had a little.
It's crazy.
It's sanity.
It's crazy. But
and then when it was like Sigourney Weaver. The voice of Sigourney Weaver
as a 14-year-old
body macking on Spider was insane.
I mean, there are. When I see it again, I'll map it out. There are ridiculous things that happen in the movie.
Can we talk about
there's insane stuff that goes around this movie? Like, I mean, you guys are talking about the emotional arcs of the characters, and I think that's like a poignant point. But I think the thing that like legitimately makes this movie special for me is the spectacle. People do not make movies like this anymore at all, right?
You can talk about Way of Water because this was the same movie.
It's the same goddamn movie.
We get one of the, these every 3 years. We get a new one of these every 3 years. And I don't know what you mean with the technology. I mean, we could talk about like the space baby, and we could talk about the whale trials and all that stuff, and just like nuts. But the scene where she shoots the fire arrow at the boy, and he kamikazes into the balloon.
I forgot the kamikaze knife.
Yeah, the war boy shit.
And then Jake sees it, turns, runs down the balloon, jumps, slides down the sail, and then uses the knife to stop. That's fire.
Jake the man.
Nobody does that.
Yeah, Jake the
Nobody does that.
When he got the Ferrari little flying joint out, he like, fuck it, I'm gonna be the Messiah.
He had to go get big, bro.
But you always get a scene like that. And I got to give it up, to James Cameron. I was like, now you trying to litigate the swirl agenda in this movie.
Always.
Jake like, oh, you don't love our kids? Because they don't got the same fingers? I was like, what?
He's definitely taking big swings, but legitimately, people don't do that. People don't do that. We don't go to the movies and see people do stuff like that. And so regardless, like, obviously, there's like, I got a whole bunch of notes, but I'm watching it. I'm like, I do not get to see this unless it's Jim Cameron making the Blue People movie. And that's what makes it special.
I talk about this all the time. With Jim and where Jim is, Jim made Terminator 2.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Jim made Titanic.
Come on, man.
Right? You just don't, Jim is past the point of you saying, hey, Jim, maybe we don't do that in the movie. He goes, what?
Yeah.
You're not telling me.
You're like,
you're not telling me no.
When you are dealing with directors like that, right?
Right.
When you are dealing with guys that have that much power, you always get some shit in their movies, at least for me, to where I go, do we really need that? It's like in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, we got to fight Bruce Lee. You just wanted to do that shit, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, he's like, Tarantino's writing and he goes, there's a scene where I'm going to have Cliff fucking fight Bruce Lee, kick Bruce Lee's ass. Somebody goes, how does that relate
to anything?
The plot? He's like, hey, bitch, we fighting Bruce Lee in this motherfucker.
He wouldn't call him a bitch. He called him the N-word.
Hey, yo, hey, nigger. We're fighting Bruce Lee. So there's a lot of fighting Bruce Lee in this movie. There's a lot of telling Margot Robbie, hey, feet up on the dash.
Yeah. Keep them dirty.
Yeah. There's a lot of in this film. Like Jim wants to do this. He loves animals. He loves the ocean, and he's going to be very heavy-handed about the fact that the Na'vi understand how to live in symbiosis with nature.
Yeah, because the space whales had a whole fucking council.
The space whales had a council. Damn it. The space whales have culture. The space whales have music.
I'm so sick,
the
man.
This is the last time you gonna hear my song. I was like, yeah, bro, we are exiled.
But then the little homie's like, yo, Dad, you gotta lock in with Pycon, bro. He's telling the truth. And then he sold on his son.
Nah,
he didn't stand up for
I
his
was
son.
pissed for Pycon. Pycon was like, hey, yo, we need to get the blickies. Fuck the humans. And the other whales were like, we passed.
We don't fuck
like, if y'all get the fuck out of here.
Yo, big ass, they got earrings and shit. Like, how you got, you know what I'm saying?
They
Like,
don't stop growing, you know?
But they do have a matriarchal society where I was like, that's
dope.
Yeah.
That's
lit.
dope. That's dope. But like, once again, like at the end of the day, if you can fall into it, I know this was going to turn some people off. When I say banger, by the time it was over,
you clapping.
You were clapping when the bad guy got dragged down by the whale.
The fucking anti-whale nigga.
Yeah.
The anti-whale, the one-armed whale killer.
Worst villain.
He's one of the worst villains. I hate him.
He might be the worst villain in 2025 to me. Because I thought he died in the second one. I didn't rewatch the second one.
It was great when he got his arm ripped off in Way of Water. That was great.
But also we need to actually let Steve get his shit off.
Oh yeah, because Steve hates
Steve.
Steve, my bad, Steve.
No, it's fine. No, and frankly, I don't want to stay here because it doesn't make for good potting. First of all, and I don't really want to
shit off, Steve.
No, I don't want to shit on stuff that people genuinely like because a lot of people are going to like this movie. But overall, I hated this experience wholesale. I hated nearly everything about it, and I know that I'm the hypocrite. I'm the person that is on a podcast about loving all of the great and craven Marvel and money-grabbing cinematic experiences that get all of our hearts singing. And if you love these movies, great. I love that for you guys. But I hated every single part of this. And it's because I know, like, all of those things to me suck, and I still know why. The technology and the work ethic and the ethos behind making these movies, I genuinely respect. I love. I would watch a 3-hour documentary about making all of these movies, because to know that this is just on a soundstage and people are wearing basically the clothes we got on now and they turn us into magical blue people, that's amazing. It should be a launch pad for genuine storytelling, and I hate the story that is being told here. I am connected to nothing.
What do you feel like the story that's being told is?
It's the same thing from Way of Water.
That I don't disagree with.
And it's the fact, like, and it's not only the fact that it's a simple boiled down white savior, we will fight the oppressors and save the planet and rise up against nature. It is a watered down, dulled, and like basically quantified to the easiest possible margins so that all of broad appeal can enjoy it. I know why the dialogue sucks, because it's easy to translate into every single market that you want to sell this movie to. I know why it's beautiful, because you can't say that you didn't get your money's worth. I know why it's 3.5 hours long, because you can't say that regardless of ticket prices, you didn't get your money's worth. Every time that I see an Avatar movie, I'm going to say this. Way of Water and Fire and Ash broke my brain with the illusion of this cinematic experience for blockbuster filmmaking, because it feels so craven for money. It just broke me. I don't know why. I know. This is a whole project. This feels a whole
top. I get what you. I'll be honest with you. Just let's just have the conversation. Steve entitled to his opinion. This is needlessly cynical.
I understand. It probably is. I probably came into this with a hating heart, and it probably came.
It's an agenda. It's an agenda.
Yeah, it's not an agenda.
It's an agenda.
No, it's not. Because
brother,
you know why? It's never going to work.
Hey, I'm gonna hate this movie, and guess what? You hated it.
Because I hated it.
You hated it.
I hated Way of Water. I hated Way of Water.
But you were never gonna like it, though.
Probably not. But I can't lie to myself. It's not going to make me like it anymore.
Edition is getting resurrected right now.
I think the math that's breaking my brain in this regards. I need you to stop, Charles. Get ISO. I think the thing that we say, especially us, what we cover, the fandom stuff, especially over these last couple of years, we have seen some real garbage.
Some dog.
Yeah.
We have seen some real mailed in, completely, utterly completely flaccid, corporatized garbage. And the moment a guy comes in, we all have our notes. The moment somebody comes with a vision and puts it on screen, you gotta give him credit for that.
I can give him credit for that for the first movie, not for the third.
All right, bro. All right,
I can genuinely respect the first Avatar movie because he was not. Wait,
hold on. Name a movie like Way of Water or Fire and Ash that not directed by James Cameron, that does the same things, that does anything that this movie does for real. I'll walk off the podcast right now.
The Andy Serkis Planet of the Apes movies.
Nah, you're not being for real. Yeah, come on. You're not.
That same technology that is used in Avatar was used in those movies.
Yeah, you're not being
that
for
to me is fucking storytelling.
Caesar not jumping off no balloons.
I don't care.
In those movies.
It doesn't matter.
Caesar just don't like
Cinematic spectacle does not mean anything to me if I don't care about the characters in the story that's on screen, and nothing that those stories have given me past Way of Water onwards is something that I can connect with. I know I am in the vast minority.
Don't keep saying that. Just get your shit off.
But it's not going to matter. Because at the end of the day, I still like the Marvel stuff. I still like all of the things that people would tell me into my face.
Why are you flogging yourself? Just fucking.
You rather watch Craven than watch Fire and Ash?
No. So let's keep it. You guys had it. Now I'll interject. So there's a couple of things here.
Sure.
I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. There are certain films that are films. There are certain films that are amusement park rides. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The reality of this situation counters your narrative.
Sure.
James Cameron is one of the greatest filmmakers of all time.
I agree.
He's sacrificed his career to make this. He invents new technology to do this.
He is Disney's Taylor Sheridan to make these for the rest of his career.
It's more than a money grab. It is. Because
it is a money grab.
No. It's way more than a money
grab.
But
it is.
He doesn't have to do this.
Wait. There are other things that are money grabs, right? There are other things, like, for example, like taking your youth and then repackaging it and then selling it back to you because you're going to sell some toys off of it and all that stuff. All money grabs. This, even though they make a lot of money, you can't call them money grabs because that's counterintuitive to what's actually happening with the business behind it.
I also say Way of Water was way more of a risk.
It's a gigantic risk.
Because here's the thing: before it came out, people were acting like, "Why the fuck is he making a second?" Like it's been so many fucking years.
Every time he drops these movies, he's not sure if people are going to go see them.
And he's proven wrong every time, and it makes $1 billion every time, as I know this will. But the fact that the people that even like these movies, even a little bit, will just memory hole these last movies because the only good way to watch them is in a theater that you pay $30 plus for to get 3D Dolby Atmos. You don't fucking watch this at home.
Why?
You're not spinning this on Disney Plus. You're not going to do this. This is shit you put on Best Buy to show what your refresh rate is on your TV.
You go put on the roller coaster on your TV at home and go watch the roller coaster at home. She's like, all right, I'm going to go watch Accelerator. Let me put it on YouTube.
But that's why it doesn't matter.
Can I be honest?
Because you're not going to remember it because you don't care to watch it again.
As someone who did not like Fire and Ash, I do have to say that I think James Cameron makes this shit look easy.
He's so good at it.
Not even from a technological standpoint, but from a story standpoint, where it's like, how many people can make you watch this movie and make it feel grounded?
Zero.
Most people would make this exact movie, and it would be a bunch of sci-fi bullshit, and you'd be like, I feel nothing.
And this is not me wanting to shit on the enterprise that he's doing. I love the fact that he's passionate about this. It shows all the time on screen. I'm never going to debate that, but I feel nothing.
You felt nothing when Homegirl died and Natiri has to deliver the fucking bait. That shit got to me.
No. So here's the deal. Right. Whether or not you feel or you don't feel, that's fine. We're talking about two different things.
Sure.
One, if the movie didn't deliver its narrative, that's a movie making issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. That happens.
Yeah.
There have been films that I've gone to before. I'm like, I don't get it. Like, I don't see what the big deal is. Then there have been movies where I'm in there and I'm like, I don't fucking know why I'm so connected to this particular story, right? Mm-hmm. Happens all the time. The other side of it, which is a criticism of the movie that comes from the purview of the enterprise of the movie, is to me super interesting, because when I said you're being needlessly cynical, that you're not criticizing the flower now. You're criticizing the root. And
it's to me, the fact that I feel nothing watching this movie, it's the Emperor's Clothes. I just see through it and I'm like, well, then what actually is this? What am I looking at?
So this is what I would say then. Like, remember how I said you have to fall into the film?
Yeah.
For whatever reason you didn't fall into the film, there could be a story reason. But if you didn't fall into the film because your view of the film is wrapped up in the economic enterprise of the film and the filmmaking, that's actually not being fair to the actual movie.
And I can understand that. I can agree with that. I think that I didn't. I wanted to like this. I promise you,
No,
I
you
did.
didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you
If
didn't.
it's okay that he doesn't like the movie. Can we just have a conversation?
It's
Well, can I- well,
there's no thing that I sit down to watch.
But it's not being. It's brother. We've gotten this podcast. I remember we would like mention, we would joke about like Avatar being 317, and you'd be like garbage. You was coming in already on a tip, right? It's not.
But
You didn't want to like the movie. You didn't want to like the movie,
Dude, I promise you.
I know you did.
If I liked it, do you
know
think
you
I'm
did.
lying? Do you think I'm just like
Is
trying
there,
I
is
don't
there
think
a
you
part
are.
of this? Is there a part of this? Because I feel like a lot of movie fans do this to Cameron, and it's unfair. Where they think these movies are below him because he gave us Terminator, because he gave us Titanic. Like they're just like, why would he waste his time with this bullshit?
Right. So just so people know, I don't know if this is going to happen in every single theater. I imagine that it will. James Cameron is on a tip right now to where he wants you to know that this movie is not fucking animated.
Yeah.
He says,
Not
And
AI
I love
either.
that. I love that.
It's
No
not
AI,
animated,
no bullshit.
no
No
AI,
generative AI.
like
Yeah.
this movie, and this is something that we've only learned over time with the Avatar movies.
Yeah.
Like over time, Joel David Moore is in this movie. He's been in all the Avatar movies. Homeboy of mine, played basketball with him back in the day. I keep telling y'all, Joel can hoop. Y'all might look at Joel, the dude from Grandma's Boy and
He's
Avatar.
the white boy, right?
The white boy.
Yeah.
Joel got some motherfucking game with him. All right, Joel, you be playing with Joel. Joel will give you that little So Joel can play a little bit. And Joel's a good guy. He's a really talented artist. And him and I had a conversation that he would never remember at the gym one day about Avatar. And he was like, no, we're acting in the movie. We're acting.
Mhm.
Like we're acting. I'm like, but yeah, voice acting. No, we're not voice acting. We're not voice acting. We're acting, and then they cover us. And I remember going home thinking, they're acting, and they're covering us. At the beginning of this film, there's a little mini doc that runs about how they make these movies, and you see human beings crying, you see characters emoting, and you see the little thing that's in their face that's capturing them. They're wearing all the mocap stuff, all of that stuff. That amount of detail to craft, that denotes deeply that somebody cares about the product.
No.
Yeah, that's passion.
You might mistake me. I'm never going to say.
Wait a second. I'm not mistaking you.
Okay.
I'm holding you intellectually accountable for what you just said. What you said a second ago was that you can look at the movie and see that the movie is long enough to make sure people feel like they get their money's worth, and that how beautiful the movie looks. That the enterprise of the film itself is all driving past to this economic thing. That's true insofar as the movie's very expensive to make.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's one thing that I could tell by watching this film, is that he fucking cared about what was on the screen. And beyond anything that had to do with money. Because if it was about just money, this bitch would not be 3 hours and 17 minutes long.
It would be too
if it was just about money, then some of the truly ridiculous things that happened in this film wouldn't have happened. James Cameron is telling some type of I got too high, I think I need to save the world, deep family-based morality tale that he probably thinks is the most important story ever told.
And that's my fault. Like I'm never going to say that.
That's not your fucking fault, Steve. I find this opinion interesting. And I want to play it out.
It's my fault. Isn't that I didn't articulate that properly enough?
Get busy.
To say that the people making this, Cameron, all of his writers, all of his effects crew, all those people, they clearly give a shit. They give the most shits. And I love that level of craftsmanship and dedication to a movie like this. It's when it doesn't mean anything to me when I watch it on the screen and when I feel nothing. That's where I'm like, well, what am I doing here? That's the thing that like really gets me bummed out, where all of that care and all of that time and all of that love that pours into something that I'm going to assume everybody behind and in front of that camera care about doesn't hit at all. And then when I'm like, all right, I've got 3.5 hours to sit here and I'm just like feeling bullshit.
I got it. I know what this is.
What?
Steve looks at the movie and he's like, you know what Earth could use? Pandora.
That's true.
Steve looks at the movie and he goes, why are these people putting up a fight? Why don't they just let us take over
I'm
their
Giovanni
planet?
Ribisi.
We
really.
know how to do it better. That's why you can't connect to
I
him.
thought it was
That's true.
opposite. I thought he was thinking about Spider and be like, why is it that white boy?
It could
Not
be
me. It could be
should've
me.
me.
Oh,
I'm here to
that
tell
is
you.
actually
should've
true.
been me.
Steve would be Spider.
You would be Spider.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
Like,
Hey, bro.
Steve
Thanks,
would
bro.
be the one. Yeah, Spider.
I'm gonna
Spider
say
got
bro
a little
every
Tarzan.
3
I hated when Spider kept doing the Dougie in the background. I'm like, hey, yeah. Like, I was like, fuck.
Spider had one redeeming scene in this entire movie.
Was it when he threw away the burger?
Nah, that's bullshit. Like,
You
there's
gotta
not a
eat.
lot of burgers.
Yeah.
I thought that the Colonel's bullshit was working on Spider.
Yeah.
And Spider was like, "Yo, can I keep the dog tag?"
Yeah. That
And
was
then
good.
I'm like, "God damn!" But then he used the dog tag
So-
to escape because
okay,
Spider
I do have
down
a-
with us.
I do have a Spider question though, because Jake was gonna kill him,
Jake
Jake was definitely gonna kill him.
Jake
He's
was
like,
gonna kill him.
Definitely gonna kill
Spider,
him.
come with me.
and Spider knew that.
He pleaded for his
And-
life effectively.
And then at the end of the movie, he's like, "Yeah, man, Jake's my dog." I guess like Corch is your dad, and he's also an op for real. But like, if somebody tried to kill me, I feel like I would also.
Hey,
have
you
some
want to know why I
questions.
judge Jake? Because this is what white boys do. He's like, there's only room enough on Pandora for one white boy who thinks he's a Navi. And I'm like, hey, yo, let's
I don't know. He's kind of
get his shit on.
the reason we're in trouble.
But also, Spider was trying to creep with his daughter.
He had to shit in his lungs.
Right.
Yeah, he's
So
he's
Spider
able
Everybody's
to-
gonna come after
So
him.
everybody's
made
gonna come
Spider the
after
McGuff.
Spider. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was the advanced version of Jake. Like, Jake was like,
he Jake 2.0.
Yeah.
and he didn't like that shit.
I wonder if Jake had the opportunity. No, because Jake needed to run. Jake wanted to get over his disability, so Jake would have never settled for that.
Oh,
He
yeah.
wanted to be in a Navi body
Yeah.
to have his legs again.
Yeah.
I say this. When I see this, even though if James Cameron was here, you know what I would ask him about? The Bible.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Oh,
Yeah.
Abraham was told by God
Yep.
Mhm.
to sacrifice his son Isaac.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Abraham was told by God to sacrifice his son Isaac. And Abraham was about to do it.
Yeah, he really was.
Boy, God in the Old Testament was just messing around. like, hey, kill your son for me.
So
if you
wait,
really
so the
love me.
Mike,
space, the
you're good.
space baby was telling Jay, hey, yo.
So basically, when I saw that scene, I was like, this is a test of faith
Mhm.
about whether or not Jake could essentially sacrifice his son to please
Wait, no, it was
Ewa.
Natiri, though. It was
No, no,
Natiri.
no,
I
what-
thought the God was testing Natiri because they keep going back to her. She knows what's about to happen, and it's just like it's both of them because she has to run and basically be like, "Don't."
But it
do
was
it.
Natiri's. It was her idea, but ultimately
Jake
when
had to come to
Jake had
By
to
the
do
way,
it.
I'm not necessarily saying that there was one specific entity or being that was doing this, but what I am saying is that this was a spiritual and emotional test of faith.
Right, but
Yeah.
I mean, the Bible question is actually very accurate because also, Kiki is Jesus,
Mhm.
Carrie?
literally
Yeah.
like born of has no father, born of the goddess of the planet Pandora. Is literally the embodiment. Is literally like if God
Superpowers.
yeah,
Brings
she's
it back to
Jesus.
life.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
she feels like she's being forsaken by the mother or the father, the God. It's like, but then what trips me is I'm like, so it's going to take the white boy Spider to help you get connected.
I mean, it kind
more
of falls
to-
apart near the end where you got Force Ghost Sigourney Weaver.
well, I
over
mean,
the
that's
Sigourney
a whole
Weaver
that's a whole
was-
other thing. But I think it's that part is like I don't think it's like white boy. I guess you can say that, but it's just literally like connection and belief, right? I believe in you. We're gonna do this together, right? He grabs her hand and they go to the mother, and then Tuck grabs her hand, connects to the great mother, connects her because remember she's having like all these seizures, like she can't do this she
I
literally
mean,
cannot do
even
it
in
by
the beginning of
herself.
the movie, the leader of the fire people, when she's about to kill whatchamacallit, she's just like, yo, do you believe in your God now?
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like, she kind of has a moment of like, fuck.
That's also from the Matrix. It's like, look, I'm about to kill. If what you say about the prophecy is true,
Something's
fucking
gonna stop
dumbass,
me.
something's gonna stop me. Something's gonna come. He's talking all that shit, and all of a sudden, it was Tanker Dozer.
He comes with a cannon.
He spits.
Wait,
So-
can I say the funniest, really quick, the funniest part of the movie that happened around the scene is like I think they might have saved Spider at this point. They all dance or whatever. These motherfuckers come start beating the kid.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
That was hilarious.
crazy.
They had that
When
little
it's just like
moment.
you're making too much noise in the forest where they're
But that
being
happens
chased.
every time they start to. Man, the Sully family is being persecuted. They going through hell. Every time they have one moment, you know it's about to get crazy when they go, "I love you, Dad. I love you." All of a sudden, they getting fucked over. So there is an interesting thing about Avatar, Fire and Ash, Avatar: The Way of Water, all that stuff. I want to point out a couple of characters here. The movie is continuously, to me, litigating the utility of humanity.
Yeah.
Because the worst parts of humanity are essentially the villain in this movie, right? Are unhinged relationship with capitalism.
Right.
Our need to consume. Our inability to come to terms with dominion, which is the fact that because of our ability to reason, we have control over all of this stuff. Like there are more tigers in captivity in Texas than there are tigers in the wild. When you hear stuff like that, you think, Jesus Christ, do we have any idea how beautiful the gift of earth is to us?
Yeah.
And will we get to a point where we just have completely ruined everything that is beautiful, ethereal, and eternal for the things, well, not eternal, but for the things that are in front of us right now, like 5 cents lower on gas, right? In Avatar, the movie continuously like litigates humanity because there's always a human character that thinks bigger than what the human beings do. Be it Jake in the first movie, be it the marine biologist in this movie, be it Spider, be it Sigourney Weaver's characters. There's always a representation of the fact that we do understand why this is so special. We do understand why these people are so special. We do get why there needs to be something larger than us that can bind us all and connect us, that makes us step out of just the need to harvest the literal life force of these beings that are on this planet.
Right. But
and Spider,
okay,
in this movie, whether it's well done or not, is kind of all of those things in one. Spider is all of those things in one. He is of the evilest part of humans. It's like of the evilest part of that guy's body, right? He's also adopted by the Sully family. He can't ever be that. He can't ever be them. He can't ever be his father and his mother's son. He can't ever be any of this stuff. So he has to find an existence more than any other character in the movie that is in symbiosis with being human and being of this place that's like so much bigger and greater than everything. This movie tried to get Spider to that point because that's essentially what they want for the audience. Didn't quite get there.
But is the original sin, though, of that, because this is a white savior narrative, what I kept like circling back to, I'm like, okay, so Jake is writing the best fucking bird dragon thing. He's the best warrior. He's the one leading them into battle. I'm like, okay, that's a little uncomfortable, but whatever. And then like, but on top of that, Sigourney Weaver is Jesus. And I'm like, okay, this is getting a little bit, this is like, all right, it took the Sigourney Weaver character to be the one that's most connected to God. And then when you add Spider on top of it, where it's like, the lesson of this movie is like, actually, there is something to say about let's accept our oppressors and what they, and the colonizer and what they bring, because we can learn from them. And then there can be some like symbiosis. And I think that's just like a very dangerous thing to put in a movie. And I don't know if they did it. Here's the thing. I don't think that they did it on purpose. I think because that is baked in to the tropes of like Western movies, that it is like, it's almost inescapable from the genre.
Well, there's something else that I would be really interested to know from anyone who I talk to from the film. The humans that show up on Pandora are almost entirely white. So the human beings that show up,
at least everybody in charge,
everyone in charge, right? I wonder if, so that makes me think two things. Number one, we know, shout out to Laz Alonso, who was in the first movie, right? So we know that a lot of the actors of color in this movie portray the Na'vi, right? They're almost entirely of color. Zoe Saldana, Laz Alonso, all these people. We know that
Curtis,
we know Cliff Curtis. We know that they portray the Na'vi. That is, to your point right now, that cuts both ways, Because if there was a ton of black characters who were assaulting this land with these people and taking over their resources, it would feel uncomfortable for them.
That wouldn't. I'd like to think that's done on purpose.
That's what I think. Even for Spider, I was just like, I would feel almost more uncomfortable if Spider wasn't white. If you think about it.
Imagine he was black,
this a catch-22
and he had the Miles haircut, the Killmonger cut.
I think a lot of things like that would get a little weird for audiences, but then it also puts the filmmakers, and guys, there's no way to look at this movie and not litigate culture. The movie is about a cultural war. It's the way that it goes.
Yeah.
So when you look at it, it puts the filmmakers and the story almost in a no-win situation, because then all of those characters do have to be white.
Yeah.
Jake kind of has to be white. Spider has to be white. Sigourney Weaver's character has to be. If Sigourney Weaver was black and she was the black mother Jesus figure of the thing, I would be like, all right.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Having 3 white saviors in 3 films is tough.
You know what I'm saying?
It's tough.
I get it. All of this stuff about the film to me, and there's no way to under discuss a movie that's this long and throwing this much at you. All of it's secondary to the fact that a kid doesn't have the love of his father.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A mother is mourning her son. Mm-hmm. Another kid doesn't know where he fits in. And all of these different groups of people are trying to learn how to trust each other while this marauding, alien, bloodthirsty force is at their doorstep. It's just simple storytelling.
But I have to say, saying everything we've just said, there are moments in this movie where I'm like,
it's too much.
Fuck yes. Like, hell yeah. Like, I'm like jumping out of my seat being like, this is entertaining film.
Can I say I loved it. It's a banger.
So the mix of too much and oh my gosh, what's cooking is the giant underwater space baby.
That hilarious.
Was that too much, or was that
like?
I'm in my chair and I see that, and I guess you like see like the side of a face, and you like, nah, that's not
a baby.
And then it turns around and you
looks
see the
giant eyeball,
and I'm like, what the? Nah, this dude James is crazy.
I think James likes to do drugs. I'll be honest.
No, clearly.
I think not hard drugs. I don't think.
So he was the one that put the PCP in the.
I think James,
in the
like the large baby turn around space baby. That's a trip. James has a dream.
I will say it was the end when I was like, it was too much when I saw Space Ghost Sigourney Weaver. I was so upset.
Oh, that whole
I was so upset.
The most enjoyment that I got out of any level of acting from this is from Stephen Lang and Miles Quaritch, because I think he has the exact right energy for this entire franchise. And I wish that everybody else was kind of like, he's something cut out of 80s action movies.
I like Quaritch.
That is perfect for a setting like this. And I wish that there was a bit more of it, because every time he was on screen, the tenor of him makes all of this world make sense, because he is the like bloodthirsty commando.
Well, his character grew in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
It has grown in a lot of ways somebody that's so obsessed, but at the same time is kind of almost reconnecting to something a little bit more than him, because he has.
But he's a hypocrite.
He is.
He's a hypocrite.
He's Sean Penn in What Battle After Another.
Yeah, he saw the.
You like Blue Girls?
Just like, hey.
I love him.
Also, it was so funny. Guys, it was so funny because I was just like, I could tell he hit that because he come back to the army base
fit on
full fit with the shit.
Hey, come on in. My girlfriend's ready.
Y'all ever see Mutiny on the Bounty?
No, what was that?
How the fuck y'all ain't see the movies that you need to see? I'm like
Mutiny on the Bounty.
Mutiny on the Bounty is with I have to have talked about this. Anthony Hopkins, Mel Gibson. Mel just fucked up. Anthony Hopkins,
again?
Mel Gibson. Now he didn't just fuck up, but Mel was one of my favorite stars, man. I can't believe Mel did this.
Oh, that tape came out and you was hurt.
Nah, I was so fucked up.
19 what year?
Like 84 or something like that.
84,
they remade
there's
it.
like a couple of
Anyway,
remakes.
Mutiny at the Bounty is the story of the SS Bounty, where there was a mutiny on the Bounty because they went to Easter Island or whatever, and Captain Bligh and Fletcher Christian and all of that stuff. Fletcher Christian led the rest of the sailors that were on the Bounty against Bligh. Mm-hmm. But the reason why this happened is because when they got to Easter Island, it was women there. And when they got there,
It's like, hey, too many baddies
took up
to...
Polynesian wives, and when you look at the movie, what did the guys start having on their body? Tattoos all over their body. And they there for the breadfruit. Bly goes, hey, we got to go back to England. They go.
There's a picture of Mel Gibson at the end of this movie that is actually kind of frying me.
All right.
Let me see.
All right.
Oh, yeah, okay. So they got all this shit on, and they go,
come on, man.
and they ask them to go back, and they go, hey, we ain't going back.
No, he's got the tattoos. Come on,
like,
no,
it's
not.
It's like they go, we ain't going back. I don't know if you've seen the kind of work they got on this island.
We're not leaving.
We ain't got that type of ass man.
Oh, you got to believe without me, big dog. We ain't going back.
If that's not true, though.
Like our kids,
oh no, save yourselves.
Our kids gonna play for BYU one day.
Okay.
We about to stay here and make some Tuyasa Sopos, some Mariotas, some Teos. Like we ain't going back to
Juju
England.
Smith-Schuster.
Like we not going back.
Oh my God.
And then Bly put Bly on a little bitty ass boat and cast him away. And they thought he was gonna die. He ended up making it to a Caribbean island. He survives or whatever. He's in some kind of way. But like that's what happened to our man. When our man shows up and he is fully covered in the tribal paint.
Eddie Falco looks at him like, the fuck wrong with you?
Like,
what are you doing?
Like, Eddie Falco, who is like unintentionally funny throughout the entire movie because she's trying to like do regular shit and everybody's crazy except for her. She's a regular general person. She looks at him like, are you fucking shitting me?
By the way, they look so stupid when they're in those exoskeletons that make them 12 feet tall.
Their legs be dangling like
that. I'm like, you couldn't have made anything cooler.
Could be better.
I love it.
Last thing I'll say about the film is the battle scenes are fantastic, bro.
I disagree.
Brilliantly conceived.
I'll
say brilliantly conceived.
The end of the third act for this movie, and this is how I could tell they wrote these movies and filmed them back to back. I'm like, yo, this is the same third act from Way of Water.
That's my big
note.
It
is the same.
It's the same thing.
That's my big note.
You guys, I'm with you.
It's not only is it the same thing, but I think the movie did a thing, and we talked about this like literally right after the movie ended. They're like Neytiri and the main Fire Ash, Una Chaplin, they got beef the whole movie.
Yes.
Right? They got so at the end I'm thinking we're gonna see them run they once. It's gonna be like if they're gonna do the same ending as the first one or as the second one, instead of Quaritch and Jake seeing 1v1, it's gonna be Neytiri and Una Chaplin going 1v1. Let's get it. And then they don't do that. And instead, it's literally the same ending as Way of Water, except that Way of Water at least had the scene of Jake and Quaritch go, and Jake goes, let's do it then. Where I'm like, oh, let's go. They finna go crazy. It doesn't really happen like that. It's kind of inert. And so it just feels like it's a worse version of the Way of Water. And so it's like, that's like my one big note.
But there's a weird like kind of like almost anime version of this where like, okay, so it's Sully and Quaritch like till the end of time. They're going to be fighting each other until both of them are dead. And in every single movie, it's just going to be a final boss battle between the two of them. Every single movie?
No, I think they're about to team up. They're about to do that. Like that's basically Goku Vegeta. Like Quaritch is probably gonna be like, I got my Navi wife, I got Spider, and that's gonna if they do that shit, that's gonna piss me off because I'm like, this man is a genocidal maniac. He's killed.
Well,
he's gotta go. I mean,
guys, once again, they do this all the time, right? It's like this is I want to do a whole Midnight Boys. I want to do episodes called Midnight Tropes, to where we just talk about these tropes that we keep going back to. I'm all for redemption. But you know what I'm for redemption for? To bring it back, if you didn't rob 3 7-Elevens. I'm against stopping recidivism. You know what? Let's get this brother a job and let's help him through his trauma, whatever.
Okay.
But see if you killed your homie's mom and his dad, if you have killed
and a lot
81
of
people in a movie, if you have killed all of that, if you Darth Vader and you've killed hundreds of thousands of people.
No, I feel like the same people should go up to Luke and be like, hey, we want our reparations. Your dad went crazy on us.
Guess what? Your dad is a freak. How's that sound?
We get 20% of that milk farm.
Skywalker, I know, or Obi-Wan, you're on Tatooine the whole time. Did you look out for the Tusken Raiders? Did you look out for them? You know why?
Just say that they deserve,
Ray, you want to be a Skywalker now?
Hey, Ray, you want to be a Skywalker now? Break it off. Because
Steve, are you saying that the Tusken Raiders should get 40 acres of the mule?
No, I said they should get 20% of the revenue from the milk farm.
See, this is what Boba Fett was trying to do. It was trying to give them personhood. But my thing is this.
Boba Fett was trying to give the Tusken Raiders person.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all don't think so? Boba Fett. No.
Why should we say that they did a good job?
Man, come on, bro.
Boba Fett, the show, was attempting to humanize the Tusken Raiders.
This is how white people do history, bro. This is what they be teaching in Texas, bro.
You trying to get your book of Boba Fett was actually good takeoff.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that what I'm saying is that the book of Boba Fett, rather than have them be mindless drones that all they do is steal
right, they have
kill,
a culture. They have
a culture. They have a rite of passage. They save Boba Fett's life,
and then go help me take over Mos Espa so I can be the big drug cartel leader over there.
They tried to make the Tusken Raiders into something a little bit more three-dimensional. I'm not saying it worked all the time. I'm saying that's what they tried to do. In this one, Corage, if I'm not for redemption, and I'm not for redemption. After you then killed all of these people and done all of this stuff, he will be redeemed?
He will, yeah. Well, he'll still die, though.
But probably so.
But they'll bring him back.
The character in this movie was one of the most interesting parts of the movie. Every time he was on screen. Yeah. Every time he was on screen, something compelling was happening.
When he walked into that camp,
drop him.
Talking cash, he did the dropping shit. I'm like,
that was cold.
That was great.
Like, oh, you think it was... Drop him. Like, he out of here. Like, that was cold. He is one of the purer characters, too. And him and Jake at the end, when the movie really came together for me, when they're talking, it's like two worthy adversaries who don't know what they're supposed to do next. Mm-hmm. Then, of course, the movie bailed itself out by keeping him alive once again and having him and doing the whole... He's dead, but we know he's not dead. Yeah. So what's the point of even doing that? Mm-hmm. 4 at least. I will say, this is what I will say. I love these movies. Got to end.
We got to wrap it up.
It's not going to end.
Got to wrap it up.
We can't do 5.
I think we can do 4. Soon.
We can do 4.
If he
said 4 and 5, we're getting 4.
He said 4 and 5.
Yeah.
5 is a lot, bro. I'm gonna be well into my 50s on this.
That's another thing that just like chips at my cynicism, where I'm just like, I know I'm getting 2 more of these.
Well, I mean, that's the deal with all of them. What I'm saying is, what I'm wondering now, because, if this movie would have been a trilogy that wrapped up in a trilogy way, that would have made a lot of sense, but it didn't. No. It didn't wrap up in a trilogy way.
I do want to see Lowak, get like Jack and the real, I'll fuck with Lowak. He kind of like won me over in this movie.
Lowak came back and got his shit together.
That's your God, man. He fought for them whales, bro.
Yeah.
He went to the mat for the whales. He left his family because his brother, who you could go, but he lost his actual brother, and then they sent his other brother all the way on the edge of the world. He said, "Nah, bro, I already lost one brother. I'm not losing another one." And he went together. To go get him.
Paya Khan really my nigga though. Like they did him so dirty.
They did him so
dirty. Paya Khan came back and got everybody on his side. Paya Khan got a future in the whale tribe.
But you got the serious thing with the whale people, man. Like shout out to them.
You mean just the whales, not the whale people?
I guess, but they articulate like people. They seem real to me anyway. When they were like, "Yo, we got to fight these humans," they're like, "Nah, man, it's not our fight." Whatever. They had to bring the homie who got. Who survived?
Look what they did to me.
Look what they did to me. Look at what they did to Tanakh or whatever. And they were like, "Oh, actually."
That's how I know the space whales are black, because that's what happens in all the movies that they try to teach you about how the gang life ain't really for you. They bring in the homie who's just like, "Look what they did to me.
Look what they did to me."
Yeah,
bro. I just one time there was a smoking problem at our school, and they brought in one of the homies with the voice box.
Oh, right. Like your thing.
And when you see, shout out to everybody with the voice box. I'm not about to make fun of that. But when you see that, you go, yeah, done. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Never doing that again.
Did they do the thing around prom where it was like they didn't want anybody to drink and drive? So they would bring the car and put it on the front fucking lawn before the guy would come in and talk?
I was like,
they did that at our school.
Jeez. They didn't give a fuck about us like that.
Really?
Nah, they didn't give a fuck.
They didn't talk about drinking and driving and stuff?
Nah, not really.
The whole school had to go to an auditorium on that shit.
Because we're from different generations. You know what the big thing for us? There was something that was huge for us that got figured out by the time y'all were in school. Try to guess what it is. A huge problem.
Cocaine?
Nah, nigga. They still get high. Like that really had honestly got figured out by the time y'all got to high school. Huh? Did you say Steve just went 8s?
Steve. It was the 80s. I was thinking 80s. That was a big thing.
Nigga, I was in high school in the motherfucking 90s. What the fuck you think?
Okay, I don't
Adam
know.
Sandler?
Okay.
Like AIDS? No, it wasn't AIDS. Think about it. What year did you get to high school?
I graduated in 08, so 04.
Okay, what year did you get to high school?
I graduated 2014.
Okay, what year did you get to high
Wait,
school?
so if you were 08, I was probably like 3 years.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
So, teen pregnancy.
Oh. Well, that was just health class. Then.
No, and the teen, but like the big thing with us in terms of what they would talk about anytime it was like teen pregnancy, teen pregnancy, teen pregnancy, teen pregnancy. But as a little known thing that never gets discussed, they fucking figured teen pregnancy out. So by the time y'all got around, it wasn't like all of this stuff talking about kids having babies and all of that. They legitimately did enough with safe sex and condoms and really making y'all scared of sex that teen pregnancy, they figured.
You want to know how I know this
out.
is true? Because at this time, MTV had a whole franchise. They like Teen Mom.
That helped, though.
Absolutely.
Like Teen Mom, that helped. That helped. You they like, oh, you trying to fuck? Guess what can happen?
We got a whole documentary
Lil
series.
Wayne slide into one of them DMs?
He probably slid into all of them. All right.
All right, Midnight Meter. Y'all know what it is. 1 to 12, 1 being the worst, but 11 and 12 are reserved for game changers. So we're saving Steve for last.
Great.
Jomi, start us off.
I gotta give it an 8. I think. Do I give it a 9? Well, you know what? Actually, I am gonna give it a 9 because I feel like it would be a 10, all things considered. But like we talked about on top, it's a little. This one went a little bit too far in the racismo. Like it's a little.
Yeah.
But I think a 9 is fair. The movie again is spectacular.
I'm going 9 as well. Got a docket for some of the portrayals. I'm glad we talked about them.
Yeah.
But I'm fucking with it. 9. I'm going back.
Yo, the one battle after another bros are gonna be at your neck. So they like, oh, so it's cool when Big Jim do it, but when it's our boy PTA, you
fuck them.
Fuck them. Fuck the film bros.
I'm giving this. You know, we'll give it a 4. You know, we'll see with Midnight Mulligans where it's at, but we give it a 4.
Midnight Mulligans is like 2 weeks.
Yeah, let me sit on it for like a half a week.
So I will say this about Charles's 4. I expected it. That's a strong 4 because Charles did not have a good time.
I thought that was going to be a little higher. Like a little higher.
If I told y'all what I gave this on Letterboxd, like I walked out of that
half
shit.
Star.
I was like, damn, I gave Wicked a half. I gave this half.
I'm going 9. Steve?
Yeah, 9.
That's going to be a 3 from me.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
That's better than I thought it would be.
Well, I mean, you said, I feel like if you'd have gone 6, he'd have gone 4.
Yeah, no. It's more of the fact that like there's the 3 comes with the genuine respect of the craft that came into making it. Like, and I can't like
only
say
type of
anything
movies
worse.
of those that exist, by the way.
What?
Those movies are the only type of those movies that exist. Nobody else can do what James Cameron is doing.
Big Jim does it again.
All right,
I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up right now.
Never count Big Jim out.
Wait till the box office comes in.
Oh, I'm not. I'm
and
thoroughly confident.
If the box office go crazy, Mr. Lathan might fuck with an 11.
All right.
I have to do the Navi accent.
I wouldn't.
I'll do it again. I don't care. All right, you guys, what a fun podcast. Movie gave us a lot to talk about. You can't say that.
I mean, it was 3 hours and 17 minutes.
3 hours and 17 minutes long. It's a fantastic situation here. All right, on Monday, Button Mash gives you their 2025 Games of the Year. Games of the Year 2025. On Sunday, House of R is covering an interview with Vampire and Avatar Fire and Ash. On New Year's Eve, the Midnight Boys return with their yearly tradition, Midnight Mulligans.
Oh, so we're off next week. Christmas. We're taking Christmas off.
Yeah, we're taking Christmas with our
Spending time
families.
with our families.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got families too. Merry Christmas to all the Midnight Boys.
Merry Christmas, fellas.
to you
Hell
guys.
yeah.
Our producers are CT, Devon, Sarah, Jomi, Adeniran on socials. # The Way of Cookies.
All right.
Oh,
That's pretty good. The Way of Cookies.
Yeah, like
The
a
Way of
cookie.
Cookies.
A cookie. An additional production from Arjuna, Ramgopowell. Chuck, take us out.
Steve is tripping. We don't know what type of drug Squarch is on. And I gotta shout out my real nigga, Pyacon.